Hello everybody, this is Lee Phillips' Journey of Truth. Today is Friday, January the 9th. It is 2:35 in the afternoon. Temperature is in the mid-60s. We are here on Highway 20 at Tommy Lee Fuller Road, and I was out for a walk today, and so if you look right here, you can see that traffic going south on 20 has a turning lane to come into Tommy Lee Fuller Road. And what you can also see is that that turning lane starts back up here. And also, as you can see, all these vehicles waiting to turn left onto Highway 78 are in this turning lane, and what they're actually doing is blocking the travel of people that are coming from 20 onto Tommy Lee Fuller Road. Now, I understand that the roadway is messed up because of the state of Georgia DOT and their lack of preparation for the growth of Loganville. But folks, this is dangerous. This is absolutely dangerous to people on this road. Now see the guy in the truck? He saw me filming. He waited until that he got down there before he got in that lane. So we're gonna hang out here for just a minute. And see how the traffic flow goes. And see how many more violators we get that come down and get in the lane and prevent other vehicles from traveling in their rightful lane of traffic. There's probably going to be some folks out there that don't like this, but you know what? Laws are there to protect people. And if you're a lawbreaker and you don't like my videos because I show the truth, then well, you deserve to be exposed. We have too many accidents down here because of drivers not obeying the traffic laws. It is against the law to cross that double yellow line when it is not appropriate. Putting yourself in the path of oncoming cars. Now see, there was a car that had to stop in the regular lane of traffic to turn left because the turning lane was slap full. Riding in that lane all that way down. We'll see who does right and who doesn't. Now that vehicle was correct. They waited until they got past the white line over there for other vehicles coming this way to get in that turning lane. their borderline, but they definitely crossed the line way too soon in the Suburban. And another vehicle. Too soon crossing over. Now see, that vehicle, he had to slide in. These vehicles are having to slide in at the last minute, and that's leaving them partially in the travel lane. And that is where somebody coming by might thinking they're out of the road far enough, bam, will hit them just like that. And so here we go. This lane is completely jammed up now for the turning lane. Because that lane is not clear enough, people that are wanting to turn out, they cannot see around these other cars. Just like right there, we almost had a wreck because the Kia could not see past these cars right here. If these cars were not illegally in this turning lane, people turning out would be able to see and they would be able to go. But when these cars fill this turning lane slap up, it creates many, many hazards. Alright, so right now we've got plenty of room down there. Nobody should be getting in this white arrow turning lane. So the regular travel lane is full right now, but there's room in that turning lane over there. And we got cars turning left right here. Let's see if anybody goes over and blocks that turning lane right now. See, now cars coming this way, they can get in that turning lane. And this is good. That's the way it should be. They should be able to turn into that turning lane when it starts and not have other vehicles blocking the path. Let's just see how many more people we get that shoot over that way in that lane. We'll hang out for another minute or two. I've already eaten lunch. I got a little time on my hands. I know y'all hate my long videos, but in any case, y'all don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and ring that bell, because you never know when I'm gonna drop a video. I've already dropped one today. I've got 2 others I'm gonna drop before this one. Sometimes they come in flurries. Sometimes they're just one. But they're always when it's available for me to get out and do them. I don't get to everything, folks. I'm telling you, there is so much that goes on. If you watch the city council meeting that was broadcast and you listen to the stats that the chief of police put out there for how many accidents they responded to in the city of Loganville, it's unbelievable. And there is a steady increase every year. That blue truck just got over too soon. Now, this car got lucky. Nobody swerved over in his lane when he was trying to get there to turn. But now that lane is back to the last car that is supposed to be in that lane. So let's see who else goes in that lane. Bike's got a nice sound to it. Alright, so they jumped out there and shot in that lane. There's another Tacoma. What is it with the Tacomas? Well, it sure is a lot of parking over there at the library. It's a shame we're only going to have a third of that at the new library. This might give a better vantage point on where that turning lane going southbound begins. Or maybe if I just went and stood right where the line is. Right there with that bush. Right in line with that bush. That's where the last vehicle going northbound is supposed to be, because that's the beginning of the turning lane going southbound. And there goes a silver car and a red car violating the turning lane. Hello, Lee Phillips, Journey of Truth on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. I do traffic videos, concerts on the green, anything downtown Loganville. Today I'm highlighting the illegal drivers in the turning lane. Yeah, you know, a lot of folks out there with cameras, folks ask them what they're doing, and They like to create this narrative, oh, I'm going to be all secretive and everything. Yeah, that's not me. This is Lee Phillips' Journey of Truth, and here we show it like it is. And we don't mind telling you what we're doing. And I'll always be respectful to folks. And I think I've only had 1 or 2 small instances where someone was disrespectful to me. For the most part, people are okay with videoing. It seems as though most of the time when folks don't like you videoing, it's because that they don't want to be brought out in the open and the truth be shown about them. Woo. We almost had a car back yonder hit that Honda in the back end. He almost didn't get stopped in time. Now, although we report on accidents and the cleanup, I don't like to see no accidents. And one thing you'll never see is me showing somebody that's hurt and leaving in an ambulance. I will show other things in the environment until that person is already taken away, and then I'll go back to the accident scene. And if I see any children involved in an accident, I will do the same thing. I will turn my camera away. Because an accident in itself is already traumatizing enough for a child. And we don't want their friends at school saying, oh, I saw you in a video. You were in a wreck. Because that brings back the instant memory of the accident and the trauma involved. I know about accident trauma. I've been in quite a few accidents. In my lifetime, 21 accidents, 11 of them head-on collisions. But only 3 of those accidents were my fault. I've been hit by drunk drivers twice. Two of the 3 accidents that I was in that were my fault was me running into a ditch and totaling out my car because I didn't know there was a curve in the road, because I was driving down a road that I was unfamiliar with at nighttime and didn't know the road curve, and it was a sharp 90. Well, to tell you how stupid I was when I was younger, it wasn't but a few months later after this incident, I was going down the same road late at night and thought I knew how fast to go around the curve, but I was still going too fast. And once again, I ran into the ditch embankment for a second time in the same place. But now, I might have been young and dumb, but I wasn't ignorant. After the second time, I learned my lesson. So, we all make mistakes out there. And what I try and do now is encourage folks to use your brain. God gave you a good device in your head. And He would like for us to use it to the best of our ability to help enrich ourselves and enrich others around us. Woo, look at there, driving in that turning lane all that way down through there. Now see, this guy, he done what was right. He waited until it was time for him to get in that lane. Well, and here we got somebody driving in a no lane right there. What in the world? Folks, that is a no vehicle lane. That is what is called a gore point lane. You are not supposed to be in that white striped section. I think the driver's license division needs to retest a lot of folks and update their handbook so that people know a little bit better. Maybe we can decrease the number of accidents and deaths if people really understand what things mean, because it's obvious that a lot of people do not know what stripes, white stripes in the road mean, what double yellow lines mean. It's amazing. Well, let's see. 2:57. We've been at this about 22 minutes now. And there comes somebody right there driving in the opposing lanes of traffic to get over there. It never fails. And there goes another one. And look right here, this vehicle pulled up here illegally, blocking the intersection. I guess that guy thought it was funny to hang a bird at me. All right, we got the school buses coming now. Well, so she got over too early. Loganville Utilities riding around getting the job done. Yeah, all y'all car enthusiasts out there, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about right here. It's a special feeling when you're next to a car and you just feel that vibration of the sound of exhaust, and you feel it inside. It's one of those good feelings. one of those good feelings. All right, so now we got this lane all blocked up right here. Yep. And I'm sure in every one of these people's mind, they don't think that they're doing anything wrong. And that's the real shame about the situation. Because they're even gonna tell the police officer that when something happens, they're even gonna say, well, I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. Everybody else was doing it. But folks, just because everybody else might do it, don't mean that it's right. And do you really want to be the one that's responsible for somebody else's life because of an action that you committed? More school buses. So right now, that white vehicle is at the back end of that lane that is available. Let's see who else might pull over there. Got one turning in here, one going out. Got another one coming in while another one goes out, and look how close that medical unit was to this white truck. That was just crazy. I keep turning my head looking one way and the other, and I keep turning my phone every time I turn my head. And this ain't even the heavy part of afternoon traffic on a Friday. Yeah, we're still about an hour, hour and a half out on that. All right, let's drop back here. We'll come right here across from the light pole, just a few feet short. So the staggered white line begins right back here, straight across from the bush over there. The solid white line starts right here where the sign is. And that's the dimensions of the starting place of that turning lane. Sure is a lot of airplanes flying low this afternoon. This cloud system must be coming in a little bit heavier. We're supposed to have some strong lines of thunderstorms with a front that's going to be moving through tonight and tomorrow. So they already got the planes flying low to avoid getting up in the clouds. See, there's another big jet right there coming in. They're all flying kind of low. You don't think those jets are that big from down here. They look like little toys, but man, them things are huge. Oh, let's not have a wreck. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got a big truck turning down through here. All right. Well, how about that, folks? That's a good truck driver right there. He kept his rear tires on the other side of the double yellow line. He didn't allow his back end to come on this side. That's a good truck driver right there. Well, there goes one skipping around over there. Let's see if anybody else does it. They're wanting to. This is going to be crazy when traffic gets a little bit heavier today. So let me point something out. You see it's backed up and the light is turning. You're not really backed up right here. There you go. Lawbreaker. If you just wait, what is 60 seconds out of your time? It's insane not to wait and put yourself in danger by going in that other lane of travel over there. Just wait 60 seconds. You're gonna get up there. See, all these people that were waiting right here, now they're up there. And they're gonna go at the next light. Walk back down this way a little bit so I don't block their vision if they're wanting to turn out. Now see, they did the right thing. They're wanting to get over, but they're waiting. Well, I guess they could get over right now. There they go. Yep. That's the way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to wait until you get past the other side turning lane and get in that lane. Now, see, this guy he just couldn't wait. Just couldn't wait. All right, folks, well, now that car waited till the last minute to turn, and then these other two guys right here look like they're racing each other. Yeah, they're stepping on the gas, they're racing each other. Young guys out there, look, man, you don't want to die young. There's too much in life to enjoy. Blocking the intersection and going on the wrong side of the road. Another impatient driver that couldn't wait 3 seconds for traffic to move forward. All right, well, we're gonna cut that one right here. So like always, folks, y'all be safe out there. Be good to one another. Do something kind for someone, and y'all have a blessed day.